Have you ever thought about the reasons why it is so important for you to ensure that your mental health is intact, your well being, the refreshness of life itself? Today, on Broken Not Shattered, we're going to have that conversation. Welcome to this special edition of Broken Not Shattered with Time Has Moved. We've moved into our new season. We've been promoting and talking about it for the last couple of months. Now it is February the 4th, and we've now moved our official time to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the US to accommodate our audience who had expressed themselves on reasons why they can't really connect is because it comes on too late out there on the African continent. So now we've made it possible for you to join at 9 p.m. And for those of us in the UK, it is 8 p.m. Today is going to be a special session because it's our first. And we are doing everything to make sure that our locations are getting better and our show is getting stronger as we continue. I am live, so if you have any questions in the chat, I'll definitely see them and make comments as we go along. But today, what are we talking about? We're talking about managing our mental state, our mental well-being, and how do we go about managing our mental well-being and our mental state. With me is nobody else than my co-host, OBG, who's just on the other side of the continent and ready to go. What's up, Obi? You're the man, man. You're the man.
Got too much.
What's going on with you? We're not gonna have Wi-Fi issues on a day like this, are we? Obi, the Wi-Fi is going in and out. I can hear you. Hello, Happiness. Thanks for joining us today. Wherever you are, good evening, Happiness. We see you. Obi and I are ready to go. Obi, I'm not going to be surprised because most folks would forget that we started at 3 p.m. today. They normally would have had to see us at 4 p.m. We've done it for almost 4 years at 4 p.m. and now we've moved to another time. So it's okay that we don't have everyone join at the right time. But guess what? The show must go on, Obi. And today we're talking about how to best manage mental health. How are things looking well in Nigeria? Are you guys managing your mental health well? And let's have that conversation, brother. You're mute, Obi. Sorry, we can't hear you. Go ahead.
I think this is the right time to discuss better issue around this country to precise, or the continent, Africa at large. It's really, really a complicated issue for us Africans. And I really don't know how to dive into it, but I know the greater population needs the attention or the awareness of mental health because the situation isn't favorable at all. On a daily basis, we hear sad news. People either committing suicide or attempting suicide.
Wow.
And I think there is need for the awareness.
Go ahead.
So for me, I don't know if it is a case of people having to, seek their attention of a professional or a level of awareness that needs to be put out there. So to an extent, people can at least help themselves or be aware of what is within the environment. But for me, I would say there is need for a speedy, awareness on mental health. Yes, that is for me, anyways.
Wow, I completely agree with you. Let me start with this. I think it's very important. We're gonna handle this from what we understand is best, has worked for us, and what we believe is out there. And I think having done a little work in the mental health with a mental health organization, I have a little background in that space. However, neither Obi and I are mental health professionals. We're not psychiatrists. We're not psychologists. We leave that to the professionals who will get as the cost would be. But we know the word. And the word says in Job 8:21, because we are born again Christians, that he would once again fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with the shout of joy. He will fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with the shout of joy. So I'm decreeing and declaring for everyone who's out there that once again the Lord will fill your mouth with laughter. You will laugh again. No matter what has been depressing you, no matter what has consumed you, no matter how tough the economy is out there, remember that your economy is not based on the state of the economy of the nation where you live. Most of us know that our economy is of a divine place altogether. And if you believe, like I said, that the Lord again would put laughter in your mouth and cause your mouth to shout out joys or laughter and praise and just be happy again, then just hold on to that faith. I know personally that I have experienced laughter, right? And there's something about laughing. Obi, you and I are always cracking up and having jokes behind the scene because we understand that joy of laughter, right? But today we're also going to look at some very important issues when it comes to how to manage your mental health or your mental well-being. For me, number one, Obi, and I say this all the time, is eating healthy. Healthy eating helps you set the right what would I use? Biological aspects of our well-being to ensure that the brain is getting the right nutrients that it does need. Eat healthy regularly. I think it's a big joy when we can actually know that, okay, number one, we have to eat healthy. What does eating healthy mean? Small portions of a balanced diet. Make sure you have the right nutrients in there. Happy new month to you, Maiwa. Nice seeing you, buddy. So just to ensure that we eat well and that we eat the right thing. A lot of vegetables, a lot of fiber, protein when you need the right protein, and you can find all these things in different areas of your environment. Hello, Michael. Nice to see you again. So these are the things that we should also factor in our daily planning of how to eat healthy. Stay hydrated. I think water, Obi, is one of the biggest that we should also consider on a regular basis that needs to be addressed every now and then. Water. We need to stay hydrated. So one, guys, eat healthy and please eat healthy regularly. Don't just eat a lot of if you're in the continent of Africa, don't eat a lot of fufu or a lot of pounded yam and no vegetables in your food. Find the right vegetables, find nice, healthy, organic food and eat healthy. And then stay hydrated. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Everywhere I go, I have bottles of water around me. I have water in my car. I have water in the office. I have water at home. I have water by my bedside. Stay hydrated because the more hydrated you are, your blood flows well. And the more blood that goes up, you are creating a real good balance for your mental health and well-being. Now, I understand also that there are cases where you might have to seek professional help and see a doctor. But generally, when you have a lot of stress and anxiety, it is important for you to take some steps that can help you. And like I said earlier on, both Obi and I, none of us are clinicians. So what we're giving is experiences that we know that has worked for them. Obi, another one is sleep. How important is sleep? Making sleep a priority, that you make out time to sleep on a regular basis is one of the things that we should look into that will help us manage our mental health. If you're not sleeping well, Obi, the chances are very high that you'll be so stressed out, right? If you're sleep deprived, it's a challenge. What do you think? Have I lost you there again, Obi? Yeah, I lost Toby. All right, so you have to manage your stress level by making sure that you make sleep a priority. Make out time to get enough rest. Anything between 6 and 8 hours is good for the average adult. Just sleep, and when you sleep, shut down your gizmos, shut down, just unplug. I see people when they're going to bed, they have their phone right next to their bedside. Every thing that comes in, every bling that comes in, every social media or WhatsApp or whatever comes in, just takes away your sleep. Just unplug, right? If you're at home, the most important people in your life are under the same roof with you, right? And if they're not, wherever they are, they're too far away that you can't even help them any which way. So just unplug and make sure you get a good night's rest, a good 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Sleep on time, go to bed on time, and wake up on time, right? Will help you with your mental state. Let's bring Obi back. Obi, what do you think? Obi, you're muted out. Unmute, Obi. Go ahead. I think we're having problems with Obi's Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Obi, are
can
you
you hear
there?
me?
Okay, I hear you now. Correct, yeah.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so like I said at the issue, I think it is the right time to have this conversation. You've said a lot of things that I clearly agree with you, but this is not like trying to shame a continent or a country, you know, we're in a situation where people even do not have access to quality basic amenities.
Mhm.
And I would say things like quality water to drink.
Okay.
I live in an environment where the water is so bad and it has to be treated to drink. Now, for the family, the average family that cannot afford water treatment will have to resort to natural ways of filtering their water in order to get.
Lost Obi again, the network there. Okay, it's back. Good, Obi, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So I'm saying that the average family that cannot afford quality water might have to resort to natural ways of filtering water to get quality water to drink.
Wow.
Imagine in a family trying to stay hydrated and then get cholera because the water is not quality enough.
Wow. Wow.
Now imagine a family trying to work beyond the work time in order to sustain their life and thereby meeting their sleeping hours. So there is a whole lot that is happening in the economy that affects the human existence.
But you
So
see,
I'm looking.
go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead, Obi. Go
So
ahead.
we resort to what is available to the common man, which is your belief system, anyway.
Right.
But then I'm also looking at what is readily available for the common man. And even when you talk of seeking the attention of a professional, you see that the common man does not have the resources to seek the consultation of a professional.
Mm.
There are so many pressures and oppositions against the common man to live in this part of the world. I'm
Okay, so
speaking experientially from where I stay or where I reside.
okay. So basically, you're actually what you're doing now, what you're focusing on is that the challenges that um, you're facing locally in your region in Nigeria is completely different from what other people might be facing in the Western world.
Exactly. I
And
am completely with you.
because of that, um, it's the challenge to overcome issues relating to mental health would be highly escalated. Right. Now, I completely agree with you, Obi. But the problem, the thing is then, what are the things that are low-hanging fruits, right? What are the low-hanging fruits that we can actually tap into? Hey, Godson, nice to see you again. Thank you for being part of the Broken Not Shattered family. The question now is, what are the low-hanging fruits that we can actually take part in that will allow us to have the basics, right? So we can't say, oh, because the economy is terribly bad, we can't eat. We must eat. Man must chop. Hold on, Obi. And I was going to give 7 things. I've only given 3 so far, or 2 actually. So man must chop. And if man must chop, which means a man has to eat, right?
I agree with you.
We try to eat healthy. Healthy eating is not the canned food in a supermarket. Healthy food is that tomatoes on the streets that you can easily get. The ugu or vegetables or spinach or kale that you can reach out to and grab, right? And chop little pieces of it, put it in your soup, and have something to eat. Yes, you might not have money to put chicken, or you cannot afford to buy beef, but hey, you can get small pieces of stockfish or some kind of fish which is healthier and put it in your food. So I'm saying that no matter how tough the economy is, right, we must always find ways to eat healthy and eat healthy regularly. Even if you're eating 2 meals a day, make sure they're healthy meals. And because regardless of how hard times are, we have to drink water. If we don't drink water, we will perish. So I'm saying, if we have to drink water, stay hydrated. That's my point. How are you? Welcome to Broken Not Shattered. Go ahead.
So what you're basically trying to say, or you're saying, is however way it goes, man would have to feed, right?
Correct.
And so whatever you feed, irrespective of the quantity, is healthy.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, because the economy is bad, your resources might not allow you to achieve the actual quantity you might want, but the little you want to eat healthy.
Eat healthy.
I completely
and that's number 1, right? Number 2, no matter how bad the economy is, right? Because of the stress level that we have in generally any part of the world, even the stress level I think in America is much higher. Because you see, if you don't pay your rent or your mortgage, you're going to be kicked out. You're just 1 paycheck away from getting kicked out, right? So the economy issue is global. It's all over the world. It's an economic issue, right? No matter how tough things are, make the ability to sleep your priority. And lesson number 1, switch off all your gadgets. Unplug. Put your phone on silent. Put your phone on do not disturb and sleep. What will happen will happen. Commit your family into God's hands and go to bed. Work will continue with or without you. Just get some good night rest, because by the time you wake up in the morning, you're fully energized to face the new day. Another point, Obi, and I know you agree with me on this one, is learn to write. Take out time and journal. Because even if you're writing on a piece of paper, or you're writing on your phone, or just write things. Journal your experiences. All those are therapeutic experiences that can help you manage your mental health. As you're writing, set goals. You don't even have to set goals for 5 years. You don't have to set goals for 1 year. Set goals for 1 day. What am I going to achieve at the end of Sunday? 1, I'm going to go to church when I wake up. 2, I will have a decent brunch or breakfast, either which what time. 3, I will have a quiet time, right? After my quiet time, I will spend time with family. Go to my study or go to my office or go to wherever I am and prepare for Broken Not Shattered. Next goal, I will now get online and do my regular show every Sunday. After the show, I will have some downtime, watch TV, catch a documentary, at wildlife, whatever it is, go playing golf or basketball or tennis, whatever it is that makes you happy. Go for a walk, just read a newspaper, whatever it is, just find something that is exciting and relaxing for you. Set little goals. And when you set those goals, try and accomplish those goals. All those goals will help you manage your mental health, because what you can't manage becomes overwhelming. And once you become very overwhelmed by those things that you can't manage, there's a problem, right? Find time to relax. Find activities that make you relax, not things that will create anxiety. Look at Nigeria. Everybody's happy because Nigeria is winning so far in the African Championship, right? So you're mute again. You're mute again. So everybody's excited, right? So everybody's excited. Everybody's pumped. Blood levels are going down. Guys go out for a drink, have some social connection. It also helps. That is number 4. 5 things that help you relax. Whether it's playing chess, listening to jazz, talking with your friends, talking with your loved ones, taking your girl out for a walk, playing with your children, going for a drive, whatever it is out there and is close to you, Obi. Just find out time and make time for the things that make you relax. When we come back, we'll take some more questions if there's any, and then I'll give you the last 3 points on Broken Not Shattered. For those of you who just joined, our time has changed to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. West African Time, which is 8 p.m. GMT. Welcome back to Broken Not Shattered. This is your host, Ike, and OBG, who's actually in Lagos, Nigeria. Obi and I were just sharing generally best ways to manage your mental health. Full disclosure, Obi is not a medical doctor, although he looks like one today. Although he looks like one today, Obi is not a medical doctor, and neither am I. We're not psychiatrists, we're not therapists. We're just guys who understand the importance of managing the well-being. I mean, when you don't manage your mental health, Obi, you get thrown off. Focus on positive things. 5. Focus.
Yeah, I think before.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think before you give your last point, it was as if we had a conversation before we came into the studio, because I actually thought of it, and my program it was as if you peeped into my itinerary for today. I went to church, came back. In fact, before I left for church, I knew I had this ulcer that I've been trying to manage for a while, so I made sure I had something in my stomach before I left for church. And then when I came back, I tried to, get a good meal, and then had some rest, and the evening took a walk. I started developing interest in playing, pool games, snooker.
Okay, there you go. Right. Yes. Right.
I just walked out. Yeah, I tried to play 2-3 games, and then stood back to the house just to make sure.
Those things work. Those things perfectly work.
Yeah. It works. It works.
I'm telling you, man, those things work. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
I agree. Uche, you just made a comment here on YouTube. She says, do what makes you happy.
And good.
Yes. Good luck says, when you set goals, do not set unrealistic goals. Completely. Because if you set unrealistic goals or you have unrealistic expectations, when you don't meet those goals, guess what? Your stress level goes up, anxiety comes in, and the pressure continues. So what you want to do really and honestly is to make sure that you set realistic goals for you on a daily basis, a weekly basis, whatever works for you. And then, like I said, do what makes you happy. Don't let anyone stress you out. Don't let anyone carry their own wahala and put on your own head. As much as you can, stay supportive, encourage family and friends, but don't let anyone throw you off. Number 5, focus on positive things.
Yep.
Focus on positive things. That thing that is pure and healthy and good, focus on it. Any negative energy whatsoever, put it on the side, cut it off. And I'm telling you, it will help you with your mental well-being. Focus on positive things. What be your thoughts?
So I'm going to speak on the two things you just said. You know, Uchechi said, focus on things that makes you happy. I completely agree with that. This is not a time to give room to negativity.
Yeah,
Find stress in something irrespective of how minute, how little it is, and focus on it. Let that be your go-to place in a
correct.
time of getting away. And again, stay positive. You know, I would just say on a lighter note or on a more serious note, whichever way, please, people try go to church. Now, my pastor said one of the things that got me excited today. He said, I have learned one thing, and that is block, leave, and forget.
You said what?
So,
Block, delete, and forget.
forget. Block, delete, and forget.
So,
DDF. That's my application.
so block anybody who is going to stress your life.
But exactly any bad energy coming from anywhere.
Block.
Block, delete, and forget it. This is
Wow.
not a time to be judgmental. This is not a time to, harbor negativity or grudges. He said, rather than get angry, he said, rather than get angry, get better. Rather than get bitter, get better.
Mm.
So in order,
Rather than get mad, get glad.
exactly. So just block, delete, and forget.
Wow.
And what I'm trying to say here is we're living in an environment that is full of negativity. And it is up to you to decide if you're going to be sinking with the negativity or you're going to save yourself. And in order to save yourself, you must have to adopt some of these measures. Stay positive. Whatever you find positivity in, stay with it. Wherever bad energy comes from, block that angle. If there are individuals, cut off from them. See what will motivate you. Stay positive. You know, even the scripture said, whatsoever is positive, whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is beautiful,
Good. Yeah.
whatsoever good, think
Yeah.
of it. So let's
Think
give
of
our heart to
Yeah.
thinking things that will edify us. Amidst the chaos, amidst the hardship,
Yeah.
find something to be grateful that you are alive. Be grateful that you had it to eat. I told you on this platform, I have shared an experience. One time when it was so bad in my life, I had bags of water, I have Ijebugare, as we call it here, and I had a bottle of granite and a cup. So when I mix it, I say a prayer. Lord, thank you for this sumptuous meal. And then I'll eat it. It is not that it is sumptuous, but I'm trying to create a positive environment for my mental health. And it
Mm.
worked. Today I'm alive. Today there is nothing good that I cannot eat, irrespective of how bad the economy becomes. You know, if dollar light let it get to 2,000, God has helped us to that point. And so, but then people need to help themselves. That was my own way of trying to help my mental state to stay alive and succeed. And I completely agree with you on that.
No, I completely agree with you. You know, you just took my point number 6 out of it, because my point number 6 really was actually and honestly, stay grateful, have the right attitudes, be very grateful, show a lot of gratitude. You know, when people come into your life and do something for you, or even the fact that God has given you life itself, you show a lot of gratitude. You know, be grateful for the little things that you have, and the big ones will come. Be grateful for life itself. The fact that you're still alive and you're counted among the living is something to be show a lot of gratitude. And then there's something that you and I always say, that a living dog is better than a dead lion.
Sure, sure.
Because that's the most important part of life. Gratitude gives you the right well-being. It puts a lot of joy in your heart. You're grateful for your friends, you're grateful for your family, you're grateful for your children, you're grateful for life, you're grateful to God, which is the most important thing. You're grateful for your relationship with Jesus Christ if you're a Christian. And I urge everyone on the platform to please accept Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. You've done it your way for so long, it hasn't worked, right? Try something different. I am telling you, Christ is the way. And so you try that, and you'll find out that after time, things begin to change and transform around you. Number 7, and we're going to end on this one, Obi, because our time is far spent. Stay connected. Stay connected. And what do I mean? Stay connected with family who are those that give you a lot of positivity, that show you a lot of care and concern. Stay connected to good circle of friends. Yeah. Stay connected. Join a club or join an association or join a PTA. A bunch of mothers just want to come around and hang out. A bunch of guys who just want to do their thing. Singles who want to hang out. Whatever it is, married couples, date nights, whatever it is, just stay connected. And one thing I must say before we end this show: stay connected to Broken, Not Shattered.
Not shattered. Interesting.
Whatever you do, stay connected on this platform, because here, we will give you a refreshing life that you need. We will tell you the good news that you need to hear. We're very practical, we're very optimistic, and we've been doing this for the last 3 years nonstop. And the boat has to continue to sail from destination to destination. So whatever you do, stay connected with Broken, Not Shattered. Obi, I like your last message was block, delete, and forget. On that note, you have your last word, and I'll just shut out for the day, and I'll see our guests next week.
I think I'll begin with stay connected with Broken, Not Shattered. To be honest, this is the right time to stay connected with Broken, Not Shattered, because this is why we exist. This is why this platform, exists, for the time of brokenness, where we give people hope, where we'll help you find a way to stay stable, to stay connected. And lastly, for me, I will say, in as much as we try to avoid negativity and stay positive, please do not be the resource center for negativity.
Yes.
Can we also stay aware of what the environment looks like, so that we don't become a problem to the other person beside us? Be friendly to humanity. Somebody was sharing her experience of the negative approach that came from someone to her. And I started thinking, that person who gave us that approach did not know the implication of that approach.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking to myself, so can I tell myself, and we collectively tell ourselves, that we will not be the resource center for negativity and help humanity stay alive?
Awesome, man. That is a very powerful way to end. And like Obi and I said, last but not the least, stay connected to Broken, Not Shattered. I want to let you guys know that we will be here again next week, Sunday, at about 3 p.m. For those who didn't join on time, who are going to join at 4 o'clock, it's okay. We understand that schedules have been messed around a little bit, but we've been promoting this for over a month or two. And so from now on, it is 3 p.m. It is 3 p.m. every single Sunday on BNS. In our favorite words, Obi, peace,
love
and
more grace.
See you, buddy. All right, man. Take care, guys. And please like our posts, like our messages, engage us on a regular basis. And whatever it takes, just know that we're here to flourish life and support you. The platform is nothing else but what, Obi? Broken, not shattered. We're not shattered at all. Thank you. See you next week, buddy. Love you, my man. Take care.